All right, we're at Charles's booth, but Charles insisted that I meet a new friend,
Hello.
Ari.
You friend.
Nice to meet you.
And what do you do, Ari?
So I'm the director of vinyl record consignments at the largest auction house in the United States. It's
Okay.
Heritage Auctions. We're the largest collectibles auction house in the world.
Collectible vinyl, okay.
Well, last year we sold the Mickey Mantle rookie card that was graded at 9.5 for 12.6 million.
Oh, wow.
Last month we just sold the Cheers bar, the original Batman and Robin costumes, Barbara's Genie costume.
Really?
Sold the
I saw
original
that on
Zorro
TV, by
mask,
the way.
Captain Kangaroos. We sold the entire set for All in the Family.
Really?
The whole set was in our showroom.
That would be cool.
So we're the, like I said, the largest auction house in the U.S. We started as a numismatic, as a coin auction house. By Steve Ivey had started that, and now we have Steve Ivey and his partners. They have just a phenomenal organization. People love it there, and you see eye candy every day. You work with historic items.
So now you're getting into the audiophile realm, is that right?
No,
Okay.
I've been a serious audiophile since
Oh,
I was
okay.
an officer in the United States Army. So I was
Okay.
actually started here in Seattle, Washington. We're at the Pacific Northwest Audio Fest. So I started at Nike Hill and Bothell, went to a garage sale when I was a second lieutenant, and there was a stack of records, and I went down the rabbit hole. I didn't even have a turntable. But
Oh,
I got
really?
50
Okay.
records for $5.
So they
Went to
got you
Goodwill,
started.
and they got a $1 turntable, and they're like, "Sorry, sir, we only have one speaker to give you." And I was like, "For $1, I'll take it."
Mono.
So that was
Wow,
like
yeah,
one
there you go,
channel
the true mono, yeah.
True mono, one channel
Yeah.
mono. But you know what? Just to fall in love with analog.
Yeah.
And since then, I have two nonprofits. And,
Okay.
I've worked with UMKC, and I've worked with the Kansas City Jazz Museum. I had a record store, 18th and McGee, downtown
Oh,
Kansas
cool.
City.
All
I've
right.
been a vendor at over 500 plus record shows around. And
So you've been a long time hobbyist then, yeah. Okay, cool.
Hobbyist, very serious collector. One time I had 56,000 first pressings.
Okay,
And I have friends that have over 1 million records.
good
Discovered
God.
the largest record hoard in the U.S. I think the gentleman claims over 12 million records.
12 million.
That's what it's claimed. Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
12 million have
So-
ever been made, but that's amazing.
Well, this is
My son
this
and
is quite
grandson,
the hoard.
their grandkids are going to have to restore.
I want
all
to. I want to
those.
know if he has Cardi B in the collection now.
I doubt it. It's mainly. I mean, it was mainly. It's
Right,
over
yeah.
1,078,000, and
Okay.
then he claims there was 10, 11 million, everything between 45.
So
33s.
single 45.
I
Okay.
dug through one little section. I went into a room that was at least as expansive as this ballroom, and it was 6 foot tall, palletized, 6 foot tall. The entire room with side rooms and connexes and storage rooms. So I didn't quite.
That
count
could probably-
6 million.
12,
'Cause I
yeah.
can put 4,700 records safely on a pallet. I know that from Ron Rooks from the Record Exchange in Kansas City. I bought pallets at the end.
Okay.
And started a record store. So I know exactly what, on one pallet I can get nearly 5,000 records. But this was, I mean, I'm going to say a solid, I personally saw 6, 7 million records. He claims there's 12, but there's connexes and storage that I didn't see.
Gotcha. So what were you showing? I think you're showing Norm
Yeah, so-
something that y'all are doing. Huh?
This is going to change the entire record industry right now at HA.com. You go HA.com/41177, and you'll find the first 2 encapsulated records that have been offered by Heritage Auctions. I'm going to continue to offer encapsulated records. I think this is for our hobby, we can really preserve the best of our best and pass it to future generations. I'm not advocating for all records to be encapsulated, but I'm definitely advocating for sealed first pressings, things that you would never open. You're going to play a
Right,
a
you
lesser
wanna
copy
preserve
or a
anyway,
reissue.
yeah.
Acetates and test pressings, or very historically significant records, like my Ska Authentic on the R&D label. Predates the Sir Dodge Studio One label by 3 years. He re-released it in 1967. That's a $1,000 record. There's not many
Interesting.
first pressings. But mine on R&D, it was graded by AAGS. It's one of the 6 companies I'm working with.
Okay.
And Andrew said the sound by 2 independent graders was a 9 out of a 10, which makes my sound 3 grades higher than the Studio One's copy of that exact same record.
That's interesting.
And it was saved as a digital non-fungible token, so I can access it and put it into a wallet and then access and listen to it at any time. It's my own record.
Oh, cool.
So-
So here you
This-
have some standards here that
I
you
do.
grade them, yeah.
Yeah, so this
like
is
a comic book almost. Yeah.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash allies, and it's only logical that the vinyl record market would be moving this way. We've graded and encapsulated our best comics. We've
Yep.
graded and encapsulated our best sports cards and non-sports cards and
Coins,
posters and
yeah,
coins.
yeah.
Numismatics that's really how we started as a
Yeah.
company. So it's the natural evolution to have vinyl records. And like I said, the best of the best. This is a very first pressing Allies from 1983. It's still sealed with the hype sticker.
Yep.
And to find one sealed is, it's one in a, it's like 1 in 50,000.
Yeah, you can see the plastic still wrapping.
Yeah, it's
on
still
it.
still in the original sealed shrink wrap
Yeah.
with nice crispy corners. And so this will be offered in our November auction.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and that auction number, it's going to be ha.com/7308, which is our August auction, and then ha.com/7309, and that'll be our November signature auction.
And you're gonna have other vinyl too in there?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. In fact, for this show, I've consigned 4 Seattle pieces, Soundgarden, 2
Oh,
Nirvana,
really? Soundgarden,
that
okay.
are original first pressings, sealed. No one in their right mind would ever open them. You're going to play a reissue or play
Okay.
a copy that's been opened.
Okay.
And those will be encapsulated, and then, and for different reasons, I'm using different encapsulation companies. Some have, some have a hinge, so
Okay.
you can actually. I have a Nina Simone from 1959 on Colpix.
Okay.
And I just happened to find one of 9 known copies on blue vinyl, and so
Okay.
I send it to a company, AMG, and they have a hinged hinged encapsulation product
Okay.
where you can store the cover separate from the record and really display that. And being that it's only one of 9 that have been found, I think 10 that were made in
Right.
59. I'm not going to ever play that. I played it, but I'm not going to play it again.
Right.
So I knew it had to be preserved. I have a play copy, and that's the one I play.
That is
This
a good
one,
idea.
Being so historically relevant, and being Miss Nina Simone, I had to be preserved. So.
Yeah, Nina, and so Crosby, Stills, and Nash. These are starting to get to 50 years old, or more.
We had an interesting one here that I had to take a double take. 11 decibel gain over floor, and we proved, never met him until this morning.
Okay.
Eric had a chance to speak to him last night, and they were not drinking. They were talking records.
Well, that's surprising.
And using the spectrum analyzer, it's surprising, isn't it, Eric? There was no low frequency and no high frequency on the spectrum analyzer, and this came to life.
Really?
11 bloody dB.
I
Unreal.
honestly, I bought this record in the wild yesterday
Okay.
from Georgetown Records here,
Okay.
15 minutes north of us, and I'd never played this record. So
Okay.
I own a lot of Carlos Malcolm, and I have another copy of this record, but not with this actual first label, which is the first label is. Oh, here, let me pop this. The record's back in here. But to find it on the very first label, that's what gets me really excited. So there we go. The Upbeat label.
Okay. Cool.
So to find a nice Carlos Malcolm Ska Mania on the Upbeat label, and to have never played it, but to have heard it before it was clean, and heard
then
it
after.
after it was clean,
So 11
it was
dB.
quite the difference. It took out a lot of the background noise, and this is probably one of the nicest copies that I've ever seen.
Yeah. So once it's restored, look at that.
Yep.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
And again,
shiny vinyl.
sometimes we'll see horrible scratches, the converse, but we won't hear them. But I had to do a double reset.
To make sure 11 dB is
Yesterday,
huge.
I know. Yesterday we had a 6 dB gain. I mean, Norm heard that
Norm,
yesterday, and I
okay.
said, "Wow, what's going on here?"
We may
Well,
break.
we got this one.
We
this
may
one here.
break that because here's the record we're about to play.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one
We're
right
about
here.
to play this Art Pepper. I collect the Tampa label. It's one of my favorite jazz labels that a lot of people don't know about. Tampa made a lot of records. They made usually a limited print run, 100 or less on red vinyl, and then the black vinyl. This is Art Pepper on black, so this will be some early Art Pepper on Tampa, and I'm real excited to
See what that gets
hear the change in
different.
sound.
Yeah, because that record is probably how old?
That is, I think, 1956 or 57
Yeah,
for this
so-
Art Pepper.
yeah.
I don't know exactly. I'd have to take a look. No, this is a U.S. first pressing. Yeah, Tampa was a U.S. label. So this was, when was this? I probably have to look in the runoff wax, but it's an early Art
But we're
Pepper.
pushing 50 years plus, so yeah.
Oh no, it's like 70 years.
Okay,
plus.
Yeah.
let's go and drop the needle.
So what they do is they measure before.
Yeah, we do a before and after, auditory first. We listen for noises. We then take a look at the spectrum analyzer to see signal gain and also frequency response improvements. So we're going to drop the needle down. There we go.
So, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now we had pops all at the beginning.
All kinds of pops at the beginning.
And here, there we go. There, we have now signal down here. We have signal here, which we didn't have before. And now we've gone from 33 to minus 27. So we're at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 4 dB gain.
Nice.
And it's quiet. And you talk about the soundstage, we heard it before.
Yeah, it's
Where are the instruments?
yeah. The build-up's a lot more present. You can hear a lot more horn. Like the horn has been pulled more to the front.
Yeah.
A lot of the background noise has really smoothed out. So there's a definite noticeable.
Yeah, 4
noticeable
dB
gain,
should be.
yeah.
Yeah, 4 dB should be
Noticeable gain. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's quiet.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So that is something that
It's fantastic.
two things that are revolutionizing the hobby for vinylists is obviously
Yeah.
the record restoration, getting the most out of your collection.
And so what we did is we removed prior cleaning agent and we saw the coating.
Yeah.
It was probably Lardusson. The label has some scratches on it because someone used one of these machines where you have these spacers on there, so it's damaged the label, so you don't use those.
Yeah.
You can't fix that. We removed the plasticizer that we kind of discovered now, outgassing of records. We discovered that actually at Expona like 2-3 months ago, so that's a new removal, and then the pressing oil.
Okay.
So it's cool beans, and love to meet this guy.
Yeah.
His auction site, boy, we looked at it.
This is gonna be
morning. It's
exciting
cool.
even for non-turntable owner. Like this is something I would collect just because of nostalgia and
Oh, yeah.
the bands that you like. You would This is
So-
something you hang on the wall.
So I'm going to be having a 1984 auction. You know,
Okay.
we have we've sold the Goonies
Oh,
sealed
really?
tapes.
Okay.
The Goonies graded encapsulated posters.
Okay.
And you know, there's a huge collector base around 1984. We had the Olympics, the first
Okay.
Jordan. You had all
Okay.
kinds of historic things. So that'll be the next big thing. Will
All
be,
right. If you do anything with the 27 Club, you gotta let me know. Any of those people that died at 27, the great artists like
Oh, yeah. That'd
Amy
be another
Winehouse,
good one. Thank
Kurt
you.
Cobain.
Yeah.
If you could find all those famous artists.
That might be my June auction. then,
Yeah,
in July. Might
that's
do
what
the
I like to
27.
collect
That'd
is
be
stuff from the
awesome,
27 Club. But yeah,
There
Thank
you go,
you so
Ari.
much.
Oh, super. Thank you. We're going to play some great music and listen to some great music.
This even looks a grade higher than it was.
yeah.
Wow.
So now we have the VG Plus.
Pushing
and
70
we have
years
the VG
old, yeah.
minus because there is a little nick on side too, I believe. But we have a sound that's new record.
Okay, great.
That's fantastic.
And except for someone
Oh,
using
is
that
that
little
what you're
thing.
talking about
Yeah.
right there?
Yeah,
It's like a
uh,
little pressing bubble.
No, it's this one here. You can see some of the surface scuffs that were
Yeah, it's on the
hidden.
surface.
So we're looking at all, VG minus, but the sound is new record. Period.
For 70 years old, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
cool,
fantastic.
cool.
Thank you so much.
Well, great meeting you and good seeing you again, Charles.
Always a lot of fun. It's a great show here.
Yeah.
Wonderful show.
In fact, I got to go check out. Unfortunately, it's coming to an end, but this is a good way to end the show. Thank you.
Hey, very nice to meet you. Hey, I hunt vinyl on Instagram.
I hunt vinyl. Okay, cool. I'll add you. Yeah.
Thank you.